Ever wondered what the most dangerous countries to visit are? Today, we're diving deep into the world's nooks and crannies where danger lurks around every corner. Imagine a journey where every step is a dance with uncertainty, every breath a taste of the unknown. Picture a country where the thrill of exploration is heightened by the very real risk of peril. Curious yet? Intrigued? Well, hold on to that curiosity as we're about to embark on a unique journey. Buckle up as we count down the top 10 most dangerous countries to visit. Starting the countdown at number 10, we have North Korea. This secretive nation ruled with an iron fist is a fascinating yet risky destination for travelers. Political instability is a constant concern as tensions between North Korea and the global community often fluctuate, making the situation unpredictable. The country's strict laws and regulations, which often catch outsiders off guard, add to the risk factor. These include restrictions on movement, attire, and even on the kind of pictures you can take. The enforcement of these laws is notoriously severe, with penalties potentially including imprisonment. Moreover, the lack of diplomatic relations with many countries means that getting help, in case of trouble, can be a real challenge. Imagine being in a bind and not having your country's embassy to turn to. So, unless you're a seasoned adventurer with a penchant for the extraordinary and the nerves of steel to match, North Korea might be one to avoid. Moving on, at number 9 we have Venezuela. This South American country, known for its stunning landscapes and rich culture unfortunately, is also recognized for its high crime rates and political unrest. Venezuela's capital, Caracas, holds the dubious distinction of being one of the most dangerous cities in the world, with a murder rate that's astonishingly high. The country is deeply mired in economic crisis, leading to an increase in petty crimes like theft and muggings, making it a risky destination for travelers. Political instability is another significant concern. Protests and demonstrations are common in Venezuela, and public sentiments can turn volatile without warning. The government's response to these protests has often been heavy-handed, leading to tense situations and occasional violence. Travel advisories frequently warn tourists to avoid large gatherings and public demonstrations. In a nutshell, Venezuela's breathtaking beauty is overshadowed by the risks that come with visiting the country. Not exactly a relaxing vacation spot, is it? Next up at number 8 we have Iraq. Iraq, the cradle of civilization, is a land with a rich history that dates back to the dawn of time. However, in recent years it has been marred by continuous conflict and unrest. The country has been embroiled in a series of wars that have left it ravaged and its people in a constant state of uncertainty. From the Iran-Iraq War in the 80s, the Gulf Wars in the 90s and early 2000s, to the ongoing fight against ISIS, Iraq has seen more than its fair share of strife. Safety concerns for travelers are high. Kidnappings, terrorist attacks, and civil unrest are unfortunately all too common. The country's infrastructure is also severely damaged, making travel within the country challenging and fraught with risks. However, beneath the turmoil, Iraq's spirit remains unbroken. Its people, culture, and historical treasures are a testament to its resilience. Iraq, a country with rich history but sadly a dangerous present. At number 7, we have Afghanistan. This country, rich with history and cultural heritage, is unfortunately embroiled in a persistent state of conflict. As a result, it presents a high risk for travelers. The current war situation has been a major contributing factor to the dangers lurking within its borders. The constant political instability, coupled with the presence of militant groups, makes for an unpredictable environment. Afghanistan's beauty is undeniable. The rugged mountains, the historic cities, the vibrant marketplaces, they all hint at a country that once was and could be again. But the reality of the situation is that these attractions are often overshadowed by the risks. Kidnappings, roadside bombings, and targeted attacks are sadly not uncommon. Despite the dangers, some travelers are drawn to the country's raw beauty and the resilience of its people. But it's important to remember that the risks are real and can be severe. Afghanistan, a beautiful but perilous country. Moving along, at number 6, we have Central African Republic. This nation, located in the heart of Africa unfortunately, has been grappling with civil unrest for years. The Central African Republic has been a hotbed of political instability since its independence in 1960. This instability often escalates into violent conflict, making it a dangerous destination for travelers. The country is also challenged by high crime rates. From petty theft to serious violent crimes, the risk is omnipresent. In addition, the country's law enforcement resources are stretched thin, struggling to maintain order and safety. This means that the protection for tourists is minimal at best. Despite its natural beauty and rich cultural heritage, the Central African Republic is a place where caution is paramount. It's a country with immense potential, but the reality of its current state is a stark contrast to its potential. Unfortunately, this is another country where tourism is overshadowed by danger. Halfway through our list, at number 5, we have Somalia. A country on the easternmost tip of Africa, Somalia is a place where the concept of law and order is, unfortunately, more of an ideal than reality. The lack of a centralized law enforcement system has led to a vacuum of power, and in many areas, it is the strongest who rule. The coastal waters of Somalia have been notorious for piracy. These pirates, driven by poverty and lawlessness, often target commercial vessels, making the waters a high-risk area for international trade. Moreover, ongoing conflict and political instability have made Somalia a dangerous place for both its inhabitants and visitors. Tribal disputes, terrorist activities, and civil war have scarred the nation, making it a no-go zone for most travelers. The U.S. Department of State strongly advises against any travel to this country due to these significant threats. Somalia, a country where danger lurks at every corner. Coming in at number 4, we have Yemen. A country of rich history and breathtaking landscapes, but currently marred by conflict and turmoil. Yemen has been in the grip of a devastating civil war since 2014. The conflict has resulted in a severe humanitarian crisis, with millions of people displaced and in dire need of aid. The ongoing civil war between the Yemeni government and the Houthi armed movement has made the country a perilous destination. The widespread violence along with the destruction of infrastructure has seriously impacted the safety and accessibility of travel within the country. The conflict has not only devastated Yemen's economy, but also its rich cultural heritage. Coupled with the civil war, Yemen is also grappling with some of the world's worst food and health crises. Disease and malnutrition are rampant, affecting large portions of the population. These conditions, along with the constant threat of violence, make Yemen a risky destination for travelers. Yemen, a country in crisis and a risky destination for travelers. Getting closer to the top at number 3, we have South Sudan. Our journey takes us to the heart of Africa, to a nation that gained independence only a few short years ago in 2011. South Sudan, the world's youngest country, is unfortunately embroiled in a relentless civil war, creating an environment that's far from ideal for travelers. The political instability and ongoing conflict have resulted in a high-risk situation for anyone considering a visit. This isn't a place for casual sightseeing. The civil war, which erupted in 2013, has caused immense suffering and displacement among the population. Not only are there physical dangers, but the lack of infrastructure and basic amenities further exacerbate the challenges faced by visitors. Travel advisories consistently warn against any non-essential travel to South Sudan due to these risks. It's a place where the beauty of its landscapes is overshadowed by the harsh realities of its socio-political condition. South Sudan, a country where safety is a major concern. Almost there, at number 2, we have Syria. A land of historical richness and cultural diversity, Syria unfortunately bears the heavy weight of an ongoing civil war. This war, a convoluted conflict that has been raging since 2011, has resulted in a grim reality of destruction and despair. For travelers, this means an extremely high risk of danger. In the midst of this chaos, the once vibrant cities of Aleppo and Damascus now echo with the sounds of conflict instead of the bustling life they were known for. Kidnappings and terrorist attacks are sadly not uncommon, making Syria one of the most perilous destinations for tourists. Yet, beneath the rubble and the strife, the spirit of Syria persists. The resilience of its people, their rich history, and their enduring culture are reminders of what Syria once was, and what it could be again. Syria, a country caught in the throes of war. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. The most dangerous country to visit is Libya. A land drenched in history and culture, Libya should be a traveler's paradise, yet it's far from it. The ongoing civil conflict that began in 2011 creates an unpredictable and volatile environment. It's a place where safety can never be guaranteed. High crime rates are another pressing issue in Libya. Violent crimes, including armed robbery, carjacking, and kidnapping, are not uncommon. The threat is not confined to the outskirts or remote areas, it's prevalent throughout the entire country. Furthermore, the lack of safety measures amplifies the danger. The country's infrastructure is severely compromised due to the conflict. Emergency services are limited and often unreliable. travel insurance companies usually don't cover trips to Libya, leaving travelers unprotected. These factors combine to make Libya a risky destination for even the most daring globetrotter. Libya, currently the world's most dangerous country for travelers. And there you have it, the top 10 most dangerous countries to visit. From North Korea's strict regime to the war-torn landscapes of Syria, these destinations pose significant risks. But remember, danger can lurk anywhere, even in the most unexpected corners of the globe. It's crucial to do your homework, understand the risks, and take necessary precautions before setting foot in any new territory. So, keep your adventurous spirit alive, but let it be guided by wisdom and vigilance. Remember, safety first. Always be informed and aware when planning your travels.